Hi, I'm Karin. If you or any other person has a medical concern, you should consult with your healthcare provider or seek other professional medical treatment immediately. Never discard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something that you have heard by me or in this podcast, read in a blog, website, or in any other link material. It is not a medical advice and result may vary depending on your health issues.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Something Something podcast and another podcast. Let's get right into it, Larry. This is another pilot episode because the network is expanding, Larry. So talk about this special episode.
Yes. So this actually, the whole podcast is something that I think is taboo. Oh, what a good opening. Now everybody's like, oh, I wonder what it is. Oh, but really it is taboo because nobody really wants to talk about it. And you know what it is, Eric?
What is it, Larry?
Should I say it?
Say it. I'll just mark it as explicit.
Shit. It's really not a bad word because it deals in poop. But it goes beyond that. And
I mean, there is literally a children's book called Everybody Poops.
Exactly. And now there is actually, it's funny you say book because the host of our podcast, she has a book coming out and it's called Shit Isn't a Dirty Word. And oddly enough, that's what the name of the podcast is called. So let's get right to it. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to introduce the host of Shit Isn't a Dirty Word. Man, you're going to be doing beep, beep, beep.
As long as we're put under explicit, I don't got to do it.
Oh, okay, cool. Perfect. Well, Karin, it is nice to have you and nice to be working with you. This is exciting because, you know, we've talked a lot on the phone and you know we've gone over this a couple of times and now we're actually putting it together and we're doing this thing.
I'm so excited. I am so excited that finally someone is gonna dare to talk about whatever everybody's keeping as a secret. I'm known as the, you want to say, shit queen of LA?
Okay.
Or the shit whisper of Los Angeles? Or magic? And magic happen in my rooms. Anyway, poop is part of our life. We have to talk about it. We have to get it out of our system. That's the best way to do it. So after 20 years, I finally, after seeing so much shit in my life, literally, my client asked me to actually put it in word because there is no information whatsoever. There is always something about, but not really about the problems that it caused not to use the restroom. And you know what? It's as much as it sounds funny, it's a very serious matter. And everybody can agree with me, doctors, professors, therapists. At the end of the day, everything starts in our gut and everything ends in our gut. So we have to take it very seriously. I mean, we will laugh about it, about poop, shit, and stuff like that in that podcast and in my life in general, but it is a very serious. And we have to take it serious. And you know what? We need guys like you to start talk about it. Someone that is actually takes serious his job. And you know what? And find it very serious because we don't want to hide it anymore. This is a problem we don't want to hide. We want to talk. I mean, in my book, this is exactly what I wanted to have, is to break that taboo and to have every person, you know, simple as it sounds, to say it's okay. I have a problem. It's like to say, like, I'm an alcoholic, but I do have a problem. I don't use the restroom. That's a problem.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
someone think it's funny, no, that is not funny.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen cases
Yeah.
in my life. It's not funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
And beside the fact that you can lose weight and your skin gonna look like amazing Oscar winner nominee and amazing, there is a lot to it. So it's just fun to talk about. I do it for so many years. I put it in Word. It's an amazing book. It's like a nice review treatment to give the audience some of the experience of coming into one of my treatment, or just go to someone else and experience firsthand how it feels, why you should and you shouldn't. And I do give some other aspect to the treatment itself. I mean, mainly is colonics. If someone doesn't know how we treat it, we do it with detox, colon cleanse, colonics. That's a whole big name to the same treatment. So this is basically the book is about colonics. What's the procedure, how it happened, why, what's the benefit, what's the under benefit, what the doctors say, they don't say, like every excuse we have.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that every person that we know heard about it, but no one really did it.
Yeah.
So let me tell you one thing. It's really easy. It's so not scary. I know it scares in the beginning, but it's nothing. When you do it, you're like, damn, I should have done it a long time ago. That's the reaction that everybody has.
And all joking aside, and I mean this very serious, you know, when you talk about there's no real like information out there, I really, this is not some, I think you could go to Google and ask, because let's be honest, if you asked Google, why does my tooth hurt? They go, oh, you're going to have to amputate your left arm.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, no, I don't think so. And
if you will go to Google, they will tell you that you might have cancer, that you might have constipation, that you might have back problem. You have everything, dude.
Yes.
Every single thing.
It's crazy.
You need to feel it. I mean, you need to listen to it. And especially now after this whole horrible year we had.
Yeah.
Change our diet. We drink some, we smoke some, we did everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let me ask you guys, everybody, whoever hears me, how many times a year do you take your car for tune-up?
Oh, the car? Oh man. I mean, that's,
I live in New Jersey, so we
car.
don't have cars because we're so close to everything. So
I mean,
I'm 20 minutes away from Manhattan. I don't need a car for nothing.
Okay, but if you needed,
I mean,
you would take it at least every 3-4 months, changing your oils.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
So let me tell you a secret. We live in this body, at least I'm not ashamed in my age. I'm 46. I just had 46 last.
You don't look it at all.
2 weeks ago. Thank you so much. Well, that's
fantastic.
colonics.
Okay.
Oh, everybody now is looking up. They're going to start hitting you up and go, I need that.
No Botox, no nothing. All natural wrinkles.
That's good. That's super good.
No, I do clean myself. I eat good. I take my supplements. So it's not just cleaning yourself. It's also about way of life. Yeah. And I'm all about to live, 80% happy, 20% to do your nutrition and your sports. And if you're not happy with whatever decision you make, it's really hard to maintain 100%. And let me tell you, secret people, there is no 100%.
Yeah.
You do not want to be 100% detox, 100% on juicing, 100%. You need to live. You need to be happy.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking 100% is when you die, when the line is going beep,
Yeah.
that's
Mm,
100%. As long as it goes up and down,
yeah.
that's a good thing. That means all your organs are still alive.
Yeah.
So every 3 months, let's go back to it. We need to tune up our car. I'm saying once in a lifetime, you want to tune up this body, this temple, this whatever house we live in, because we abusing it
Yeah.
with emotions, stress, food, drinks,
Exactly.
everything.
Yeah.
I mean, life is a big thing. We need to take it in both hands, and we have to find balance between everything. So I'm gonna be the last person to say, oh, you need to go all natural. No, I'm saying enjoy your life. Whatever decision you make, don't ever regret. No regret. You want to eat cake? Eat the cake.
Yeah.
But today, tomorrow, don't eat it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's make a deal. But we have to relieve those toxins out of our body. Old stuff. Did you know that we can carry up to 15 pound of shit in our body
Jeez.
Well, every day, or is
in
that?
a lifetime?
Oh,
Oh.
what?
Wow.
No.
Now you're
really?
gonna start to think, oh, there is a lot of shitty people around me. Literally, yeah, there is.
Wow. Holy
Jeez.
I
moly.
know. A lot of waste.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think of it, it's kind of like your big toe. You don't realize how important it is, but without your big toe, you can't walk right.
Yeah.
Because walking, it's pretty much falling, but stopping yourself and
Right.
going to the bathroom, especially, defecating. It's one of those things that's so important. We don't realize how important it is, but when it doesn't go right, it affects absolutely
Everything.
everything about you. I mean, I know times when I've been constipated, it's put me in a horrible, awful mood.
It's
I'm
agony. It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just turned 40 this year, and my doctor, recommended when I was 38 or 39 that I start taking a stool softener. And, there are times when I need it, and it does help me feel better after not being able to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels
Yeah.
clearness, first of all. You
Yes.
feel more lightheaded, empty. It's like to clean your house. It feels good.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
always feels good when you lose some weight. I mean, it's not even about weight, it's about waste. It's about feeling cleaner. Automatically, you're going to see it in your eyes, in your iris, in your skin. It's glowing. It's not a joke when you're going to, I'm saying it all the time. Glow starts from inside out, not the opposite. So you can go to your esthetician thousands of times. If your inside is dirty, it
Mhm.
will show up few days after. And trust me, I've seen it. All the red carpets, I do it. So when you see glow, that's after they clean themselves. But again, everybody keep it a secret. So I want to spit it out. I do not want to keep it as a secret anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to clean.
And I mean, but that's and Karen, I mean,
No,
it is,
Karen, you're good.
yeah, and you know, the there it is a thing. I mean, nobody wants to be out in public and all of a sudden go, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, right?
For sure.
And that begins to cause, I think, numerous problems, because then you start to get nervous and this and that, and then you wait. And you know what I really find, and even in our opening episode, is there's a lot of truth that's going to come out.
Oh, for sure. That's the
Yeah.
It's a
idea.
lot.
The idea is to let it go,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
let it go out of our system.
Yeah.
If I could run one colonic through the nation, trust me, I would.
Okay,
Really?
so for the people who are listening that have heard what that a colonic is,
Mhm.
but have never done it, like let's say, we've all lived in LA for a while. We're kind of hip to that, but someone listening in Minnesota who's heard about, colonics, but they
Mhm.
just know the word, they don't know the details,
Mhm.
what is it exactly for someone who's never heard of it before?
Okay. In a simple word, is cleansing, is to clean your colon.
Okay.
Now, you can get a lot of, I mean, in my book, there is a very good detailed about how it happened, how to do it, and who you want to go. Now, me writing the book is to give information to everybody, is actually also to lift all the colon hydrotherapists out there. It's to boost everybody, because I'm going to say something that might sound weird to some people, but to my friend, I always tell them, like, come to see me because you want to, not because you have to.
Mm.
Because when you do maintenance and you clean yourself before the problem become a problem, it's much easier.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when it is a problem, it's just more uncomfortable. Now, I deal with a lot of cancer patients because I see a lot of them. And let me tell you, when for us, trivial things to go to the restroom, for them, it's not when they inhale so much medication and, all the treatments they have, they don't go for weeks. And when they come to me or any other person that does colonics, they release so much toxins, they can actually smile and
Wow.
just be relieved. It doesn't mean that we're going to save them. It doesn't mean we're going to solve the problem of the cancer, but we can give them just, another good day in paradise. I'm signing for it.
Yeah.
This is what I want. So for your question, if someone in Minnesota want to know, first of all, what is it? You can Google it. There is really briefly what it is on Google. My book will come out in November and we will update the date so everybody can actually pre-order it. And there is a very detailed about the actual procedure. Now, in my book, I also explain where to go. You really want to make sure you go to the right places. You want to ask the therapist all the right questions.
Okay.
How long they're doing it, what they're using, because we're using all disposable, and you want to know that the person have also some information and that they're doing it for a long time, because it's not just about technician. It's not just about to do it. It's more than that. It's to listen to that person, so I do give all those tips. I do give everything in the book. I also give how to do it when you don't have money to go to people like us, how to do it with things you have in your house. So I do have a lot of other options. They're not going to be colonics, but they're going to be the closest one to it. And my phone is it's in the book, my website, everything, for question, and people can call me, and usually they call me from everywhere in the world, and I'm always happy to answer every single question they have. My purpose is to really spread the word out. So I'm not doing it for me only. I really do it because I care about us as people.
Yeah.
Right now, they're forcing us to get vaccines. So that's more poison to us. So something, if we get in that poison, I want to clean it too. So if we do get something, I want to help clean it. So I guess that's my mission in life, is to come to help people. And I'm so happy that I did meet two amazing guys that are flowing with my thought, because it is crazy idea. And I'm, as crazy as it is sound, well, this is life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess only crazy good people
Well, to me, it's not a crazy thing. You know, I wasn't
No.
joking when I said everybody poops, but again, it's one of those things that's so essential to our lives.
Yeah.
We don't realize how essential it is. I'll use an example for everybody. Sound in a movie. You don't realize how important that is till you've had bad sound in a movie. But what
Yeah.
so it's one of those things when you're not able to go, like we've been saying over and over again, it affects absolutely everything. And
Yeah.
I think it's so great and brave of you to just put the title of the book, you know, it's just boom, right out there, no hesitation. Yeah, shit isn't a dirty word. Yeah, deal with it.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you would have called it, you know, the proper way to defecate, nobody would. People are like,
No.
what? But since it's
But I didn't
boom,
want to be appropriate.
exactly,
No,
yeah,
you-
yeah. That's you didn't want to be that. You wanted to grab people's attention and like, what the heck is this book
Mhm.
about? You know, and it's
Yeah.
going to be able to touch people and you know reach them so that they can take care of this serious issue because it is a serious topic.
Let
Mhm.
me tell you, it is a very serious, and it starts in such an early age.
Yeah.
Early age, like, you know, colic baby,
Mm.
like a kid that doesn't go to the restroom, a girl that grow up not using the restroom because someone will hear it outside. So
Yeah.
you
Oh.
hold it.
Yeah.
Now, I have to say one thing is like the spiritual and emotional and physical goes together. So when you hold to
Yeah.
things inside, you hold in things also emotions. So it's emotions involved. It's a relationship with father, mother, daughter, spouse, friends,
Yeah.
and how it affects your life in a way that you're so constipated because you're holding.
Mhm.
And I'm sure there is people out there that are related to it, that they're very constipated during stress time or during and stress can be something good. Again, it doesn't have
Yeah.
to be something bad. It can be a great thing, but still stress.
Yeah.
Like attached to parents, to mother, father, can be hold in one side of the colon that affects.
Mhm.
Or diarrhea, that means that it's so clogged, things are running out.
Yeah.
That's is another thing that is, I mean, we have to find balance. Now, the appropriate way to use the restroom is at least 2 to 3 times a day. Now, who's using 3 times a day? Not a lot.
I'm at 2 times.
Yay. But my question is always, how much comes out of you?
A lot, because I
A
eat
lot,
a lot
that's
of
good.
I eat a lot of beef, so there's a
Okay.
lot.
Good. Did you know there is poop chart? It's also in my book.
No, I
Really?
didn't know that.
Yeah. There is smell, signs, shapes, color, and you need to take everything in combination.
Wow.
Hey, okay.
It's
Everybody,
a whole thing.
everybody that's listening to this right now is thinking to themselves, literally, they're thinking of themselves and they're like, when I go, what does it look like? And they're gonna, as soon as they're done, they're gonna look over and they're gonna look down and be like,
I
I
am
wonder, I
sure.
wonder. Right. This whole thing, you know, and
This is just
I,
the tip of this
this
whole
really
world.
is. This really is. This
Is
really
the tip,
is.
and it goes so much deeper.
Yeah.
In we have so much, of course we're not going to cover it today, but
Yeah.
we have so much to talk about, and each time people will be related to something. I'm telling you, headache, back pain, this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, I must say that, you know, when we were first discussing the podcast, my wife has been through a lot with her digestive system,
I
and
know.
she has ulcerative colitis, and I I'm super interested in this because I mean, when your spouse goes through it, you kind of go through it too,
Of
right?
course.
And because you know I mean, that this is the thing. It's like if it affects one person, and if you have a spouse, if you have boyfriend, girlfriend, even your kids, because it it
It's part of you.
exudes, yeah,
Yeah.
from and just like what you said, it's from the inside out. And I for one, I know that this podcast, I want selfishly, I want this podcast to be like one of the dirtiest things that we can talk about and make people embarrassed, so they'll look at it and they'll be like, I'm not embarrassed anymore,
Yeah.
and because I think that's the one thing that
It's
that
so natural.
it
Yeah.
is. It's so natural and yet so embarrassing, because I don't want to, oh, I'm so gassy, I'm this, I'm that.
I
And
know.
and that's part of it. And I'm really super excited to learn about, more alternative stuff too,
Oh,
about
for
keeping us
sure.
healthy and
For
stuff.
sure.
And I want this podcast to help people. I want them to
Oh,
be, I want
that's
them
the
to be
idea.
helped. Yeah.
No.
And I want them to obviously be entertained, because it is kind of funny, and I've got some stories that when
Oh,
I was
me
younger.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. So it'll be fun, and it's good. And I'm super excited just
It's going to be a
from,
great journey.
yeah,
Let
It
me
it
really
tell
is.
you
is.
that.
It is.
Because
It
it is a
is.
journey to help people. It is a journey to bring, only brave people can bring good things out there.
Ooh.
100%.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like
Up
that.
till few years ago, having breast cancer was a shame. Today, you
Yeah.
cheering up for people that come out of it.
Right.
If you asking me, you shouldn't be ashamed in any of the disease we have. We
Exactly.
should share it out, because I'm sure there is other people that suffer. And if we can hit and help even one person, it's like we save the whole world.
That's
So
it.
sharing is really caring in that
Yeah.
case.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. It really
And
is.
if we can make it in a very interesting and funny way from one thing, and very serious on the other, because it is serious matter. And of course, it's not just by itself, just cleansing. There is so many methods that I have to teach others, like ear coning and cupping and herbs and
Oh.
oils.
Wow.
That
Oh,
sounds
see,
amazing.
that's cool.
And
That's
the
cool.
benefit of everything, and some remedies that everybody can use in home. I'm all for it, to actually help and have people to do it. And this is not going to be the ordinary podcast about how to be healthy and blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. No,
Good.
it's about what we really have in life, to be real. I like
Yeah.
it to be real, because I know that no one can be 100%. So if we can get 80% real,
Yeah.
that's going to be great.
I'm
Yeah.
ready. I'm
ready
actually,
to
ready.
roll.
I'm super excited because I guess you come to a point, in your life where you do start thinking more about being healthy, but then you're thinking, yeah, but what does that really mean? And all the things that you mentioned, like, like the oils and stuff, and how you can put into practice. And again, you don't have to go to Google and find out a bunch of 20 different things, right?
Oh
And
yeah, no.
that's what interests me, is to be a part of the honest conversation,
Yes.
because I think that's what a lot of people need right now, is honesty.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, the minute you let the shit go out of your system, literally,
I love it.
Yeah.
physically and
Yeah.
verbally, when someone takes out something that bothers him, they feel free and
Yeah.
relieved.
Yeah.
So I'm here to hear every shit there is out there. I don't care.
I love
I'm
it.
here. I'm all
love
for
it.
it.
I love it.
And if I can make someone to feel free,
yeah.
and it
Yeah.
can be in every subject, because every subject at the end connected. So
Mm.
let
Yeah.
it go, people. Let it go. Free yourself from holding back. Don't let anything hold back. That's the idea of everything.
Yeah.
And we will make the connection between everything: fertilities, anxiety, cancer,
Wow.
and how everything is affected by literally poop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it all comes, I mean, that is, that is one thing that seems odd is, but it's so true. Everything comes from your gut.
Mhm.
Everything stems and starts in your gut. Because what do you don't go, oh man, I'm so nervous, I got a headache. No, it's like my stomach hurts and
First
this,
of
and
all,
I've got, and
your
obviously it kind
butterfly,
of,
even your emotion, butterflies
Yeah.
in your
Yeah.
stomach.
yes, yes. And I just, man, there's some things. Eric and I are really, really like lucky to be a part of this
We
conversation.
really
with
are.
you.
Thank you for
We
letting
really
us
are.
go on this journey.
I feel
with
the
you.
same thing. I'm so lucky to have both of you.
Thank you.
Man.
And it's amazing the way it's always like that. I always get the things in the back door. So yeah.
Yeah. Karin, I am so ready for this journey. And I think people that will listen and will find out who you are and what you're about, I mean, it's just going to be absolutely a landslide.
Amazing. I'm so happy and excited.
Yes,
So am I.
yes. And speaking of, Eric always has a thing when we do our podcasts. Where are the links, Eric?
All of the links will be in the description if you're listening in on Anchor. And you can also find the links on all of our social media. By the time this goes up, all of Karin's social media will be up, and we'll be linking to it in ours.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes. Again, I am super excited. I'm ready to learn stuff because
I'm ready to learn with you.
Become a sponge. I love it. I love it. And to have a professional talk about this stuff and not just kind of beat around the bush, but I think that's what it is. It's about getting to the point, talking about it, and getting something done about it. That's the deal.
That's the idea. And I'm going to have more gifts to you guys.
Awesome.
Through all the podcasts. And we're probably going to host some of my friends that are doing also some colonics, some detox from New York, from Florida,
I love it.
from everywhere, that we can actually share, and like they can share their point of view. And we're always going to give some more tips as needed. And, if each one of us can get a little bit out, that's going to be amazing. That's the idea, to be amazing, to be real. And this is I think that's going to be the only program that is not teaching you how to make money. It's actually teaching you how to be healthy and happy.
Yes.
I love it. And that's the main thing. And you know what? And we have to have a slogan. We're cleaning up the world one shitter at a time. No.
We give a shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or let the shit flow.
Oh.
Or go.
We should write a song. We should.
I'm telling you.
I tell you, this
can be great. And I promise you that when you're going to look around, you're going to find so many people in your circle that either had colonics or they heard it, but they never told you about it.
Right. Until now. because
now.
again, it will open up a floodgate.
It will. It should.
Yeah,
At the end
yeah.
of the day, we always talk about shit.
Yeah.
And that was a mic drop.
As
I
we're
know, right?
doing this, I don't know if you guys watch South Park, but they did an episode where they were
I know.
they said the word shit over almost 1,000 times on the episode.
I remember.
That's exactly what I've been thinking about when we started.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
telling you. I mean, it is, and you know, something is, you know, funny, sad, whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
We're human. God
Yep.
created us pretty much the same.
That's
Some with
right.
clogs, some without.
Well, and again, I just want to thank you also, Karen, for just having such a great, fun personality. That's why I
Yeah.
can tell we're going to do great stuff together because we're
It's gonna be
all
awesome.
three easygoing people. And again,
Yes.
we could be doing this like in a very, a topic as serious as this needs to be handled lightheartedly, because if we were again very well, you know, the process of defecation, no
Right.
one would listen. But if we're having fun and
Yeah.
talking about it, and yeah, sure, there are going to be times when we're very serious, but it's going to be so well balanced that I really think people's lives are going to be touched and changed by what we're doing, by what you're doing,
Yep.
Karen.
Yep.
Yeah, I must say, yeah, as I like I said, I'm 46 years old. I do it for 22 years. I have seen pretty much everything, heard pretty much everything. It's really hard to surprise me with some stories. It happened, but it's really hard. It's funny stories, but it's hard. But even after all that, as much as it's serious, this is me. The way you see me, I'm not actor. I'm not acting. This is really who I am. So I am laughing about it, but yet my client know I can laugh and tell them like you're full of shit from one thing,
Yeah.
and they're gonna laugh.
Yeah.
And from the other hand, to be very serious and say, okay, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, and it's the balancing. And I think also that's why I'm very related to people, or they get open. I mean, people get open up with me. I mean, it's a very, very vulnerable place and area.
Mhm.
And when someone let me touch them in their more secret area, that means they trust me.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that trust I take towards healing.
Mm.
And that's why sometimes you will come for one thing and you're going to leave for another. And sometimes you're going to cry in a session. Sometimes you're going to even laugh to your like gut to a session. And sometimes you're going to be in shock of, whoa, what comes out. So in my social media, we will post also some videos from actual live sessions I do, of course, without faces, but just a visual to see that I'm not talking just shit. It's really happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And yes, we will have a lot of fun. You cannot touch this subject without being a little bit, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can't be serious. This is not me. I have 4 kids. I can't be serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
As much as I want to, I can't.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah. And life taught us so much this year that this world can vanish in a day. So we have to live every day like it's the last day. So enjoy it. Be happy. No regrets. Finish that day with a smile. Open it with a smile. You know what? There is always something that's gonna go wrong. Don't look for it. You know, it's like if you got it, just get it out of your system, you know. And tomorrow it's a brand new day. So yes, we have a lot of shit to clean out. All the stress they put us, that's what we first needs to clean.
Yeah. Man,
I'm so happy to have you too.
Thank you.
Thank you. I can't wait to laugh, cry, and joke and be serious because that's what life is. And this is
Yeah,
that
life is
subject.
all about
So
that.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
awesome. That's awesome. We're doing it. See, that's the best thing is we're not talking about doing it. We're actually going to do it.
Yeah.
course.
And it's such an important thing. And I know we got to find some way to wrap up, but I mean,
It's
you know,
really hard. I
it
told
is.
you.
It is.
When you start to talk about shit, it's really hard to wrap it.
I know, but I think,
have
but
to.
that's the part that just keeps that's what keeps this thing going. And I think it's like you said, once, if we can touch one person and help just one, that's
We
it.
did it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
We
And
did it. Yeah.
one person at a, and that's the thing, it's one person at a time. And who knows who will listen to
The
this.
sky is
And
the limit.
yeah,
And I invite everybody, even if you don't believe in any of it, listen. You might have one thing that is related to you, and it's okay. The thing is that you don't have to believe in it. You just need to listen to it.
yeah,
Exactly.
That's it.
yeah,
This is not a myth. This is a very serious thing. You will have everything in my book that will come in November, and we will post the date so people can actually buy it, order it, and
We'll do
enjoy
a
it.
countdown also
Yeah,
every
yeah.
day. Like when it gets
It'll be
to
cool.
about 10 days away, we'll put like a countdown thing on the socials.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
It's
yeah,
cool.
this is really it. And we want people that are simple like us, open-minded, because you have to be a little bit open-minded, just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. And to embrace that there is other things, and everything we're talking about, this is not a medical issue or suggest, it's really more information, suggestion.
Yeah.
If someone have a really problem, go see a doctor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't rely on Google, and you don't rely on any of it.
Yeah.
Every information I will give, it's information that it's on the books, it's on the medical, but you still, if someone have a medical problem, they should see a doctor. This is not, this is only informational advisory. This is not instead of.
Yeah.
So we will have a lot of subject
point.
to talk about it, a lot of subject about supplements that I will recommend personally. And I will answer about questions that there is. And there is a lot to look forward in our next podcast. So I
Yes.
think that's how you can wrap it out.
Absolutely.
And I love you both. And I'm so
Right
happy
back
to
at you.
see you, because now I get to know like what did I attach to in the beginning, where my energy
Okay.
went in the beginning. So that
Yes,
was a good
yes,
thing.
Yes. Yes.
Very good.
This is going to be great. This is going to be
Yeah.
great. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shit Isn't a Dirty Word.
That's right.
All right. Take us out, Eric.
Well, everybody, we just want to thank you for listening to this great new adventure that we're going to be going on. And you know what? I think this is going to be the way I'm going to end it. And remember, we give a shit